episode 72.
I'm getting a little premature here. I almost fucking cracked this
You're getting
before we even started.
Getting way too excited. Molson Exel. Non-alcoholics continue. Is your taste and smell back?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So CJ will be participating this week.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's better than it was last week. That's
It's
for
a
sure.
crisp sound.
It didn't go away for as long as yours did. Because I feel like yours was gone for a few
I
weeks.
was talking with my mother-in-law about it last night. She's like in the same boat. She doesn't know if hers ever came back 100%.
You
Yeah,
never know, right?
You never know.
Leave that there for some advertisement.
Advertisement. Here you go, Molson Exel.
Yeah. Free advertisement.
That'll be $14,000. Cheers, man.
Cheers, buddy.
Pretty good. For what it is.
Yeah. Actually, is there like citrus in there?
I don't know what the fuck it is.
Did you get citrus?
I didn't, but it's pretty good on the taste.
Yeah.
You imagine they fucking went that hardcore with a non-alcoholic beer? I mean, it wouldn't be unsurprising.
Trying to get a little information out of this
You're not
fucking
getting
can, and I'm
fuck
not
all.
getting anything except for dog shit. It's like, yeah, there's nothing on this can. Beer, water.
There's a lot of sugar in this. 9 grams of sugar.
Jesus.
That's really surprising.
Why? What'd you put in here? Oh, caramel.
There you go.
Yeah. Phosphoric acid.
That's the best stuff. That's
Caramel.
my favorite.
Hop extract. And contains barley.
I'm going to tell you, my virgin is going to be pretty high.
Is it?
I thought it was pretty good, first taste. It was a little crisper than the Heineken, I thought, on the first taste.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go 8.2.
Okay.
Virgin.
Yeah, I'm right there along with you at 8.1.
8.1 for CJE.
Yes.
The old smell test. Smells like beer.
Literally,
like beer.
it just smells like beer. Yeah. Like,
It smells better than the Heineken, too. The Heineken smelled a little bit like soapy water to me.
I was getting skunkiness, but again,
Yeah.
my whole fucking rating.
Yeah,
for that,
you were
I'm
out the window.
Yeah, I'm not even considering that. I didn't even rate anything that day. So, but I don't know. It smells like beer. It smells like what I would want it to smell like.
Mhm.
I'm gonna go 8.5.
You fucking stole mine. So I'm going to go 8.6. It's a solid smell. It actually smells like a fucking beer, which is nice.
Yeah, it's what you want it to smell like.
Yeah.
Like you want to know, like you want it to seem like you're drinking a fucking beer.
Absolutely.
And if somebody goes, "Oh, what are you drinking?" You're like,
I'm
"Beer."
drinking a fucking
Like
beer,
some
idiot.
fucking psychopath smells your beer, it's gonna smell like beer, right?
You would hope so, at least. It's solid, man.
I kind of wish there was a little more flavor.
Yeah, but it's a Molson lager, basically.
Mhm.
So you're kind of limited just by that fact alone, you know?
Yeah.
Hits the spot, though.
It's doing the job, that's for sure.
My flavor is going to be pretty flat.
Okay.
It's like 7.7.
Okay, I'm a little lower than you. I wish there was more. I'm going 7.3.
See,
It's just very mild and bland.
yeah. And again, I think they're trying to mimic a fucking
Yeah.
Molson Canadian here,
Sure.
assuming, considering it's made by the same company. So there's not a whole lot. Like if we were reviewing a Molson Canadian, the flavor would probably be 7.7 and 7.3.
Yeah.
Like
You're not wrong. You're not
they're doing
wrong.
so far. I think they're doing a great job
Yeah.
with this fucking beer.
Yeah.
Smoothness, I think it's like as far as like take the edge off. How close is it to a real beer? I think it's better than the Heineken,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna go 9.1.
Okay.
I think it's pretty good overall.
I'm gonna be.
I didn't even know what the fuck I rated the
I'm like
Heineken.
just like fucking. I think it was a 9.1.
I think it was too. Yeah, it was. Fucking idiot. Whatever.
But they'll both take the edge off. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like if you're just trying to not have like an actual beer or an alcoholic beverage,
It's perfect.
it's gonna do the job. I'm gonna go fucking 9 flat. 9 flat. And just the reason being, I probably wouldn't pick this one up to keep in the fridge. But it would.
How come? Just because there's better options out there?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
It'll do in a pinch.
It'll definitely do if that's the only thing that I can get. I'm not going to say no. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
Like, I'm still going to pick it up. But yeah, there's definitely like we had better ones last January.
Yeah, I have those again.
I can't remember which ones. Like, I think we only did like 1 or 2 beers last.
Next week we'll do a stout.
Cool.
Yeah. There's a partake stout that's non-alcoholic.
We did that one, I think.
But did we review it or did we just drink it?
It wasn't with the new review.
Okay, I couldn't remember if we did it or not.
Because that was January. I don't think we started the new reviews till like fucking March or April.
So we could re-review it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Either way.
Yeah.
To be determined. There's not a whole lot of action on the finish here. So unsurprisingly. Like, this is the most obvious thing ever.
Yeah, I find the Heineken left like a bit of a, you know when you're drinking beer and it leaves like a film almost in your mouth? Does that sound stupid?
No.
I got that, but I'm not getting it with this.
It's a cleaner finish.
Yeah, definitely. I'm going to go 8.8 on the finish.
8.8.
Yeah.
I'm going to go 8.3. It's like good. It's a fucking solid beer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Allow me to tally.
Yeah, I can get mine while we're I can see all mine. So
okay, perfect.
How's your dry January going?
It's not. How's your going?
It's fine. It's fine. I haven't done anything that's like oh shit, like I wish I had a fucking beer.
Yeah, I fell off the wagon last week when I was telling you the exact same score.
The exact same.
Jesus Christ, mine was 8.382.
It was the finish that
leveled it up.
Yeah, that leveled us both. So we're both coming in at an 8.4.
Look at that. Yeah. It's about right.
Yeah, it's like you said. Molson is trying to recreate a Molson Canadian,
and they did a pretty good job.
And they did a great job. Just non-alcoholic version of it. Yeah, well done. Yeah, so you stopped dry January, what, week and a half ago?
Yeah.
About that?
Last
week?
Weekend, yeah. I'm still rolling on?
Disappointed.
I know.
Yeah. I think...
if it helps, I'm disappointed in me too, so...
So what did it for you? I don't know if we talked about it.
There was a lot going on.
Yeah.
I just didn't have the...
mental capacity to deal with it anymore.
I couldn't do it anymore.
Let me fucking get out of this
Caved.
shit.
A few.
You know what though? Nothing beats, like, because you had a beer, right?
Yeah.
Nothing beats a fucking cold ass beer.
Yeah, the Guinness.
I think the only thing that's like helping me this January is hockey stopped, so I'm not playing on Sundays anymore.
Right. Otherwise, that'd be tricky.
Right?
I
like,
can see that.
Everybody brings beers. Like, we don't drink them in the dressing room, but everybody has a beer out in the parking lot. But we'll come back and Mike will be like, "You want a beer?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Fucking right. Is the Pope a Catholic? Of course I want a fucking beer.
So,
because beer's delicious. That's why.
Yeah, so I think that's making it a whole lot easier. And both me and Audrey aren't like drinkers, like big drinkers, like throughout the week and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So that kind of helps.
It definitely helps.
I think next week if we're doing it at your place, I'm gonna get a lift. Have a gummy on my way up.
Fair enough. Fair fucking enough. We just stocked up. There's a fucking new store in our town.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
It had like this, it was almost like a bubbly, but lime flavor.
Okay, I want to try the
edible.
drinks.
It was great.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was really good.
I've one of the guys at work, I was asking him, because he has them. I'm like, are they like, do they taste good? Because like all I can think of is like, it's just going to be like fucking
weed flavored drink, which would not be tasty.
No. And he's like, no, dude, they're actually good. He's like, but like if you don't do it frequently, drink like half a can and then like wait and then if you're like you're fine, drink the other half.
What?
That's what he said.
'Cause some of them are like only like 2.5 milligrams.
Like for the whole can.
The whole can.
Oh fuck.
I think. I don't know. I drank a whole one.
Yeah.
I was fine. Felt good. Felt pretty loosey goosey.
Were yours 2.5 or 5?
They were supposed to be 2.5.
Gotcha.
So
Yeah, I have no idea.
I'm a big
I've never
lightweight with edibles, so I don't care.
I like the 5 milligrams.
It's a good number.
2.5 if you're just like if you just want to chill yourself out.
Right.
5 if you want to have a good time.
There's
10's like
people
I'm
that
going to
fucking
bed.
eat, like 50.
Yeah, it's
as like
fucked.
as like a chill out.
It's fucked.
It's funny, the tolerances. A friend of ours, his old roommate, probably the biggest stoner I've ever met in my life. He was eating like 300 milligram fucking edibles.
What the fuck?
Dude, it was insane.
3.
I'm like, how high were you? He's like, I was pretty baked. That was his fucking response.
This guy's out of this fucking planet.
This is fucking 7 years ago. Like before
They were like
so
huge.
he was getting them from somewhere.
Yeah.
And he's like 300 milligrams. You need a fucking entire one.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
I couldn't even fathom that.
This is the dude that
I'd be
made.
paralyzed.
Oh man, that's days. For days you'd be high. For me at least.
Yeah.
You would be walking around on the second day,
Fuck
be like,
dry
"Is this
January.
permanent?" Like
Permanent
yeah.
stone January.
Fuck, dude.
Just eat one January 1st.
That's the guy that made these weed brownies, and it's the highest I've ever been in my entire life.
That is so fucked.
Still to this day. Because he replaced
So
all
fucked.
other ingredients with just weed butter. So it was insane. It was, I ate a piece like the size of a quarter or a loonie.
And just
16 hours. Just, I went to sleep and woke up still high. I didn't feel right until about like 9 in the morning. I wasn't like blasted when I woke up, but like
Yeah,
I had,
but
the
you
way I
could-
described it was like this little like feeling in the back of my
tickle.
head.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God.
Holy shit, we're still going.
Still partying naked.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that dude's hardcore.
My brother, he got
It's
a
impressive.
brownie from one of his buddies.
Can
And
I have another one of those beers? Do you have one?
yeah,
Oh, they're right here.
Yeah, there's 6 in here.
Idiot.
There, well, 4 left.
Beautiful.
And yes, we got a brownie from one of his buddies, and I don't know if he asked or if he just didn't think like it'd be as strong as it was. And it's the same thing as you, like he was stoned for like 2 days.
I fully believe it. You gotta be careful.
Like that just doesn't seem enjoyable. Like it's like fuck, I just wanted a good time for like the night. And now it's like fucking 3 days later and I'm still going.
A friend of mine told me about a time like 15 years ago. He and his wife got these cookies off of someone,
Yeah.
and they're like the instructions were, these were homemade obviously, and the instructions were just eat half, and like you're good.
Right.
So they started with a full one, and they're like an hour and a half goes by, and they're like nothing. Like fuck, these are duds. So they fucking pop in another one, and as soon as they finish the second one, the first one kicks in, and it's already like, like they're blasted.
Fuck.
His wife fainted. He went running around the block to like call. It was like, it was chaotic. It was like if you saw it in a fucking comedy show, it'd be hilarious.
He went running around.
Yeah,
the
he was like, I'm having a fucking heart attack, and he went like, he
so
figured
he-
like
let's go
jog
for a
around the
run.
block to like calm himself down or something.
Get that heart rate
I
up
don't
even higher.
fucking know what the fuck happened, but
Oh,
yeah,
my
and then his
God.
wife collapsed. So imagine being that fucking high, and then your wife collapses, and you're like, what the fuck's going on?
Holy shit!
I do
Fuck that.
love the stories of like hearing people that have done too much.
Yeah.
Because everyone's fine after, and it's always a good story
Yeah.
after the fact.
Yeah.
But during, it's like, holy fuck.
Yeah. The stories like from when they're that stoned. Yeah.
I know someone who accidentally fucking, they made chicken wings on, they were making weed butter on
Okay.
in like a cookie sheet or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
They were making something
Yeah.
with a shitload of weed on it.
Okay.
And it was downstairs baking or whatever, and they took off the stuff. And then inadvertently someone threw chicken wings on there and then threw it in the oven. And it was like all like the resin and oil and shit,
Yeah.
like
That's
cooked
still,
into the chicken wings.
Yeah.
And then like he said, like an hour later, like they're just like fucking so high. They're like, what the fuck's going on? Like, did we get, like, what happened? Did we get dosed? And then they realized that they still use the same baking pan by accident. 3 days. 3 days they were stoned.
Well, think of how much fucking chicken wings you're eating.
Oh, dude, it was like probably thousands of milligrams.
Holy shit.
Yeah, 3 full days they were fucking just like
Baked.
calling in sick to work and shit.
Holy fuck, man.
Yeah. People are like, hey, we're coming over. They're like, no,
No,
we're sick.
yeah.
Yes, we're sick.
I got a bug. Something in them chicken wings.
I undercooked the chicken wings. I got salmonella poisoning.
Oh,
Fucking, that would be scary. To not know that you did something.
Yeah, and then
just to be like,
you just feel it coming on. Fucking hell.
Like, when's this gonna end? Because that already sets you up for paranoia.
I wonder how
think.
long it took them to figure out that they put the chicken wings on the pan.
I don't think it took them long.
Oh, really?
Once they got stoned.
Really?
Because they know the feeling. Like, they're obviously
okay.
connoisseurs. But they're like,
they're making it.
and then they're like, okay, what the fuck did we just do? And then they went down and they're like, oh, fucking idiots. Okay, I guess we're fucking riding this one out.
I still remember when Audrey made brownies and then she brought over some for like me and Mike and shit. I don't even think I gave Mike any. I think he like disappeared for a week. And so I'm like, fuck it, like I'll have a brownie. And she said, like, her and her brother, and like if her brother's fucking stoned, they're good. So I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna have a whole one. I had half, and dude, I was playing video games, and like I just wouldn't talk. But then like I'd be like, was I talking that whole time?
Oh fuck!
And people are like, no, dude,
that's the worst.
But like, and the funny thing is, like, I was doing so good, and people are like, we don't care.
Yeah, you're in the zone.
And then at one point, I thought I was just like watching somebody else play, but I was playing.
Holy fuck! That sounds like a pretty good fucking weed brownie.
It was. It was a good time though. Like,
I would say so.
Oh fuck!
You went out of body. You were in fucking
no, like not
flow
like
state.
watching. Like
I know,
like I was watching my screen and thought I was watching somebody game like online.
I know what you're saying. You were in flow state. You were one with the machine.
Yeah.
Yikes!
Oh, shit.
That's frightening.
Nah, it was good. It
All
wasn't
right.
Friday. It was good. It was good. Oh shit!
So I was gonna talk about Magicians of the God, but I forgot the book.
That's okay.
We'll talk about it next week.
Next week.
Yeah, just
Next week. I'll get stoned for that.
in full disclosure, in the effort of being honest, because I think we spoke about it last week.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you said, well, you were having a hard time putting it down.
Yeah,
So,
and we'll just talk about it next week.
and I thoroughly enjoyed last week.
Yeah, I like that shit
Yeah.
a lot.
That shit's fucking, it just boggles my mind that there's so many other scientists, whatever you want to call them, that won't even give it the time of day to be like, that is a possibility.
Mm-hmm. Just to say it's a possibility. It's
Yeah.
not a bad thing.
Yeah, no, they just fucking poo-poo it and say, nah, you're fucking out of your mind, bro.
You, bro.
How much weed was in that brownie? Fuck.
Did you catch the Leaf game at all last night?
No, sir.
It's so fucking...
I'm having a tough time.
Yeah.
It's like last year when everything shut down and...
Well, they were in St. Louis, and this is where I was going with this. Like, you said you couldn't play
Fucking-
hockey.
Yeah, and
It's fucking
stadium's
full.
packed.
Packed.
Yeah.
I don't know
probably full
how Canadians are able to sit here and go, we're doing something right here. Like, it's so confusing to like sit there and watch that and be like,
Yeah, I
that's
don't
just
know.
right there. It's basically the same country.
Yeah,
It feels like.
Yeah.
Fucking, I don't
It's
understand.
fucking weird.
Because
Yeah,
you're done
I'm-
playing
I'm-
hockey. You got fucking locked down.
Yeah, well, we stopped playing for the Christmas break, and then the way Christmas fell, so it was like Boxing Day was a Sunday. So the guy that, like our commissioner, the guy that fucking organizes it all, he thought we were gonna be playing Sunday, so the Boxing Day, and then I don't know what would have been like January 2nd.
Sure.
And just because of the way it fell, he thought he played, and then he's like, "Oh no, we don't. The rink's closed." I'm like, "Oh, okay. Well, like whatever. Didn't matter to me anyways. I
Mhm.
wouldn't have been able to play." But yeah, so it stopped then, and then I'm guessing like right after Christmas, he's like, well, I guess like everybody kind of heard the news, like not sure when we're gonna go back to playing.
Fucking wild.
But yeah, it kind of sucks. Hopefully things open back up for my birthday because I would like to do my birthday skate. But
That would be nice.
fuck.
Yeah, just enough. We're getting too used to it here, I think. 4 lockdowns.
It's crazy.
It's almost comical.
I'm so thankful that we started the podcast because that gave me something to do. Like last year, was it last year?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
fuck, man, like work just stopped. Like
Or
no,
was it
and the
20
world just stopped.
Was it 2020?
And then
I think we started in 2020.
yeah, we did.
Whew.
Yeah, because we had our year episode back in like August.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So like that was a lifesaver for me to like just to see you guys. Like it was a reason.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't like, hey, what are you guys doing this weekend? Want to have a few drinks or whatever? It's like, let's do the podcast. We got to do the podcast. So it just got me out of the house like fucking
Yeah, like
at least
even
once a week.
Fucking the UK, you watch this fucking things. The stadiums are full of people, 60,000 people at soccer games.
Yeah,
I just think it's weird here. Very
is.
weird.
it is.
And it's just like I was saying before, I'm like, eventually they're just going to start blocking out the stands in Canada.
Well, you know how
I said this last year as a joke.
know how
but like,
bad-
I wouldn't even put it past them at this point.
you know how bad the hospitals were last year,
Mm-hmm.
and like the shit Audrey was telling us and all that stuff. It's like back to fucking where it was, and they haven't changed anything.
Well, this is the thing that's so confusing to me is like the
It's like
politicians
they
are playing the
didn't learn.
blame game,
Yeah.
and they didn't, and they're the ones that are directly in control of. Like, I said this very early on. I said that I was hoping that COVID, because COVID exposes all your fucking weaknesses in society. right?
Anything like this like would expose.
So like
Any
my hope
weakness.
was like people would be like, wow, our healthcare system isn't as good as we think it is just because by virtue we're Canadian. We should improve it.
Yep.
And then we haven't improved it. And now as opposed to anyone taking accountability for not improving it, they're just fucking doing the blame game and back to the thing. Like it is fucking insane to me that literally a couple of hundred people are in hospital and the whole fucking country has to shut down. That doesn't make any sense, like logically, you know?
It's just there's no space.
I know
There's
that.
No space and no nurses.
I know the
It's
reasoning for it,
fucked.
but I'm saying is like, how the fuck did we get to this point? All we did was shit on other countries about their healthcare and realize ours was fucking
Ours is
destroy dog
Fucking
shit.
worse.
Fucking third world country. It seems
I just
like.
don't understand. Like, it feels like nothing was done to entice or to get people certified to work in like the ICUs and to-
repurpose nurses and stuff.
yeah,
No, there's no
so,
effort for that.
So to take not everybody from other departments, but to take a few from here and there and here and there, and be like, boom,
And
now you're certified. So now when we've expanded the ICUs in all the hospitals to fit 15, 20 more beds, we now have extra staff. Okay, sure. I don't think it's ever going to be enough, but
problem
it could be better.
is that all the
Also, they don't do shit for them.
No, all the nurses and shit that were in the public sector that have left due to like burnout and stuff have gone private. They're never coming back.
No, fuck no.
And why would they?
Yeah.
Yeah, like the ones that are still hanging on, I don't know how, but like people take early retirements, they're like, fuck this shit.
Yep.
I'm done.
I just don't understand. Like, they don't even offer them like fucking free parking. One, that should be fucking given from the get go.
You would think. Yeah.
You know, like I don't have to fucking pay for parking when I go to work.
Yeah.
Why should they?
Yeah, I'm not. It's no fault of the hospital staff. It's it's a poorly
do the
run
hockey
system.
players have to pay for parking when they show up?
I hope so.
Fuck.
I don't think
Because
so.
I got to pay for parking when I go down.
Yeah, and it ain't cheap.
Fuck no. Downtown parking's ridiculous.
Well, it's all condos now too.
Yeah, good luck finding parking.
Yeah.
That's the big thing.
Yeah.
There's like fucking 4 parking centers.
It hasn't been well thought out now. Man, there was buildings I was working in when I started like 10, 11 years ago, working downtown. Buildings that we work in all the time. All the parking lots that we used to park in are all condos now. There's fucking
That
no
is crazy.
there's nowhere to park anymore.
Well, there
literally.
used to be the parking lot right across the street from the ACC.
Condos. They build a condo in between the Gardner there. It's like a triangle building.
Yeah, it's fucked. So dumb.
There was parking a couple blocks down by the Toronto Star. The Toronto Star's parking lot is being turned into condos as we speak. There used to be parking across the street from there. Condos. They don't think this shit through.
No.
It's not well. This is a Canadian problem, I think. Like, we're just going to go ahead and not think. Thinking's overrated.
They're not wrong.
I agree.
Oh, shit. Yeah, no, I fell out of hockey.
That thing's fucking legit.
Yeah, it's sick, eh? It's not the color I wanted, but...
I dig the color, too.
Yeah, it's whatever. It turned out like it's nicer than I thought it would. Yeah, I'll get you shooting it later.
Yeah, this is a Nerf gun I'm looking at, by the way.
Yeah.
People wonder what the fuck
It's
I'm talking
fucking
about.
serious.
That's full on legit.
Yeah, I kind of wish I didn't get it because, well...
Because it's
It
too
kinda-
much fun?
Yeah, but it just shoots too hard. So like on Boxing Day, like we have a big Nerf gun fight like all day. It'll go like sporadic where
Yeah.
like we play and then we don't and then we play and then we don't.
Does that thing hurt?
But we got little kids, yeah.
It does?
Well,
It stings?
you'll see, yeah.
Yeah, I'll get swatted by it.
I have yet to be swatted by it because I don't think Mike's set his up yet. But it's got like little bullets.
I see that.
They're like half-size bullets.
They look like fucking 347 Magnums.
Yeah, man. But yeah, there's like little kids that we play like on Boxing Day, like when we do the Nerf gun fight.
Overpowered for them.
Yeah, there's like no way I'd be able to use it, so it kind of sucks. But it's at the same time, it's like grow up, boom, just fucking blast
Bang.
them with them.
Blow them away.
And it's only single shot too. Like I gotta fucking like reload it every time. Like it's
not
magazine
semi?
fed, but you gotta fucking like cock it every time.
That's
You gotta
fucking
cock the
awesome.
spring. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I was telling Chris too, like, I guess it would have been the first podcast in the new year, I guess, or just before the new year. And I'm like, man, I cannot wait for your kid to
Get
grow
into
up
these, yeah.
because I'm coming over when we do the podcast and I'm bringing my gun every time. Like we're gonna Chris is like, yo, come over for the weekend, let's have a barbecue. I'm coming over, I'm bringing my Nerf gun and I'm fuck you guys, I'm playing with the kid all day.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, man.
They're fucking literally a lot of fun.
And then when they grow up, now we got somebody else to go paintballing
There
with.
you go.
That's something I haven't done in years.
I wonder what the fucking restrictions on paintballing have been. It's been an outdoor event. I don't know. Maybe
Outdoor event, you don't
you're
really,
wearing masks the whole time.
you don't really have to be close to anybody.
No.
That's actually a really good question. I don't know. I would imagine they'd be able to stay open. It's outdoors.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like every
But you're also using logic.
true.
Logic doesn't prevail in
because
this country.
you show up with like your group. Cool. You guys have this table. You guys stay there, and because just like a shit ton of picnic tables, and you just chill in between rounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't see why that'd be a fucking issue, but who the fuck?
That was
knows?
like the thing that was funny to me about them closing the ski hills last year, or they're probably closed again. It was like everyone's
I
already
don't think so.
No?
I
last year they closed them for
Nick,
sure.
Nick just went out.
Okay, that's good.
Yesterday.
Fair enough. So last year, I'm like, everyone's already in masks and goggles anyway.
Yeah, the closest you have to get to
Outside.
somebody is when you get your ticket.
Yeah.
I understand.
And I'm
if
sure
you
there's a
wanna close
bulletproof
the
glass window in
chalet.
between anymore.
I understand if you want to close the chalet because technically it's like a restaurant. But like there's outdoor shit you can just throw up a few picnic tables.
Yeah, it's so
Can't tell
strange.
me you don't have enough money to get a fucking few picnic tables you can throw out there.
Fucking might not anymore.
Holy fuck.
Were you ever a skier or snowboarder?
I tried it back in the day because at school, I don't know about you guys, but like elementary school from grade 4 to 8, you would go to, we went to Snow Valley.
Is this part of electives?
It was something like that. And it was like for like all of January or like, it was like a day in January, a day in February, a day in March. It was something like that. It was like a few times. You'd all go fucking to the ski hill. I tried it. I tried snowboarding because Mike wanted to snowboard, and let's be honest, it was the coolest back in the day. Nobody wanted to fucking ski with poles. And like I was fat back in the day, and like
it was difficult.
yeah, it wasn't the easiest. Like, yeah, I don't know. I just never got into it. Never really got good at snowboarding.
Never got into winter activities.
Didn't really care for it. Tried snowblading, so it was like skiing, but smaller skis, no poles.
How the fuck was that? I've never even heard of that.
It was fine.
Yeah.
But again, I just wasn't really into it. I did it because like my brother was into it and I wanted to do it.
Sure.
But I wasn't very good. And again, I was fat. And I'm like, fuck this. I'll fucking sit in the chalet. And like now, like I look back on it and I have like, it's not something I'm like, oh, I wish I did that. Like I have no care in the world for it.
Mountains are scary.
Yeah.
I was telling you about that show 14 Peaks, right?
I don't think so.
Did I not talk about it on here?
Maybe.
This dude fucking... Maybe I didn't.
Maybe
There's this documentary on Netflix called 14 Peaks.
Okay.
And it's all... it's this Nepali guy.
Okay.
And he climbs all 14 8,000 plus meter peaks in the world. So that's the 14 tallest mountains in the world.
Yeah.
They're all above 8,000 meters. Which 8,000 meters... Just for people wondering what the fuck that is. 8,000 times 3.281 is 26,000 feet minimum. Each one. And he climbed all of them in like 7 months.
Holy fuck.
The previous record was someone climbing all of those 14 peaks in like 7 years.
Jesus.
The first guy to do it, it took him 15 years.
Holy fuck.
And the only reason he did it in 7 months is because he was just doing it in windows. He climbed Mount Everest, and beside Everest, there's 2 other mountains, the 4th and 5th highest mountains in the world. He climbed all 3 of those in 48 hours.
Holy shit.
Yeah, dude, you got to check this shit out. It's insane.
48 hours.
48 hours. 3 26,000 foot mountains.
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy
Yeah,
fuck.
he climbed, I think there's...
That guy must have been trekking.
So there's like 3 parts. There was like 3 parts in climbing windows. So there was...
Yeah, there's like 3 base
there's,
camps.
There's Nepal, which has like, let's say 6 in the mountains.
Okay.
Pakistan has, let's say another 6. And then China has 1. I think
That
it's
was
like 3
13.
countries. You know what I know. Anyway, but whatever the numbers are, whether it's 8 and 6 and fucking whatever.
Yeah, I hear you.
So that's the only reason it took him 7 months. But he did like, let's say it's 8 mountains in
because
Nepal.
you got to travel there, get there, and then
so
travel
he did
to
the
next place.
8 mountains in Nepal in 30 days.
Holy fuck.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah,
these
right.
mountains take people like fucking sometimes weeks to climb.
Mm-hmm.
He goes to K2. They're like, there's people there that have been trying to climb it all season. No one had climbed it that year. He's like, all right, we're doing this. And up they fucking
And
went
fucking did it.
and did it.
And you know what's
And
fucked?
K2 is the most dangerous mountain. That
He had a
one's in
film
Pakistan.
crew with him too.
They were filming it themselves. Him and his Sherpas. There's
Oh.
5 of them.
Oh, okay. So they
Yeah.
kind of filmed.
They kind of filmed it as it went.
Okay, because I was going to
It's
say
really well
like,
shot. It's really well shot.
A lot
it's not
of these
like,
guys,
it's not like fucking cell phone
a
footage.
lot of these guys you see, and it's like people never think about it, but it's like, okay, so you get that guy that climbs it. There's a lot of like, I'm trying to think. There's a show called Tales by Light. It's on Netflix and it's a series, and they just document like a bunch of these photographers, whether it's like wildlife photographers, traveling photographers, whatever it is. And they did one on Darren Jew, I think his name is. And
What does he film?
he does a lot of whales.
Ugh.
Dude, fucking sick. And all I could think about is, and they show it, is the dude filming it all. The dude that's in the water filming him
Film everything.
shoot, photograph all these whales. He's also filming
Doing crazy
all,
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he like gets out and he goes, that was the craziest thing ever. Cause they ended up photographing like, I don't know. I forget what it was called. It was like a whale run or something.
Okay.
So it was like when they're like all in heat or something, they're fucking migrating. They're
Right.
doing something.
There's a bunch of them.
And there's a bunch of them, and they're like fucking 3 buses,
Jesus
like
Christ.
long, and they're just fucking going. And he's filming it all, and the dude's fucking photographing it all. It's nuts.
Dude, I was in Mexico in January 2020. The reason I know that is because I was there when I heard the term like coronavirus in China for the first time. Remember, like that was like we were eating lunch.
Yeah.
But there was the humpback whales make the run down the Pacific that time of year. I'd never seen whales like wild before.
Yeah.
It's insane how fucking big they are. It doesn't even make sense when you see it.
It's crazy.
And you see them like they were like jumping out of the water and shit. It was wild.
That's sick.
Yeah, it was.
What kind of whales were they?
Humpbacks. They were fucking massive.
Fuck. That's so fucking cool.
It was like, but they're enormous. It's preposterous. But so these guys were filming it themselves, and he's from Nepal. And Nepal, like the Sherpas and stuff, like always get like Westerners up the mountain. He's like, fuck this. So I'm gonna climb these mountains myself with my buddies. There was 5 of them. And they climbed all these fucking peaks in like a preposterous amount of time. Like it doesn't even make sense when you watch it.
Nuts. I don't think you brought that. I don't think you've talked about that.
Must not have.
You did the. We talked about the cheese wheel thing.
Yeah, this thing just
Fucking
came out like
people
around
breaking
Christmas
their
time.
necks.
Check this shit out. I'm just gonna pull up the numbers because I want to be right about how many were in each area.
14 peaks.
Yeah, 14 peaks is called. Fucking just
That is crazy. 48 hours.
yeah,
Climbed 3 of them. So
including Everest.
Yeah, so you went up Everest, back down.
Yep.
Up the other one, back down.
Yeah.
In 48 hours.
He went up 3 in 48 hours.
Did he start with Everest?
That one he did. Yeah, and Everest is like it's
No,
really
no, no. But like, did he? Because
the whole expedition? No,
like, when he did those 3 that were like side by side.
that was the last of Nepal.
Okay.
So that was like him ending like the Nepal phase of the expedition.
Makes sense. Do the smaller ones first.
Well, I think it was more of a logistics thing, like of where like you come through, because he climbed higher mountains than 2 of the ones there. Like obviously Everest is the tallest,
Mm-hmm.
but like they tell you like where these things rank and shit.
Yeah.
That's
so fucked.
Yeah, under 7 months, and he almost
Wow.
wasn't able to climb the Chinese one because China wasn't going to let them in. They're like the mountain's closed this year. But it is just
way.
fucking preposterous. Trying to find where the
Even then, though, if they shut it down for a year, you still did it in 2.
yeah.
Like, that's insane.
Anyway, I can't find how many fucking
Yeah, no
were in there.
worries.
But
That is.
definitely people listening and watching, if you haven't seen it,
Go check it out. I'm gonna check it
it
out.
doesn't make fucking sense when you watch this shit. It's like so. It's funny because like all the other mountains, I'll be honest, I'd heard of like 3 tall mountains in my life. I didn't know which
Yeah.
ones were where.
Yeah, same.
Everest, K2, and maybe that's it. So it's interesting to hear about all these other mountains, and then they go to them, and they're like ghost towns. It seems like, right?
Really?
There's not many people climbing them. And
Kind of makes sense though. Like, how many people are actually going out there to climb them?
well, then they get to fucking Everest, and
And
it's
there's-
like Disneyland.
No.
There's like thousands of people on the mountain. It was really striking to see the contrast from all
Between-
the mountains. Like literally, the only mountain that looked busy was Everest, because Everest is like a tourist attraction now.
Okay. Makes
Dude, it
sense.
was fucking like they just arrive and you see the amount of people, and then like they go to the like, and then there's 2 more mountains literally right beside Everest, empty, up and down.
Wow.
And they're setting all their lines and stuff like that too.
Yeah.
Like they're doing the whole fucking. They're
Yeah.
not just clipping into someone else's shit.
Yeah.
It was just, it's wild, dude. A dude's insane.
That's another thing. Like, I had no interest in. Like, John and Paul started rock climbing like later years in high school and shit. I had no desire to even fucking really try it. I'm like, what? I don't wanna
Rock
fucking
walls
climb.
are like fun, but like they're like whatever. With this fucking climbing mountains bullshit, there was a dude that they
Fuck
fucking
that.
stuck by to fucking help a guy that got stranded. So they climbed this mountain
Jesus.
and they're on their way down, and there was a dude that got left because like
He was too slow.
Well, these mountains are so dangerous. And when you're at that altitude, like literally sometimes you have to just fucking leave people.
Yeah.
So there's a group that left people. They like stayed overnight. Were like through the night trying to keep this fucking guy alive. They tied themselves to helicopters. They're getting hung by helicopters to go and pull this guy off the mountain the next day. Dude, it's insane. And it's all real. Like, this ain't no fucking movie. There was another time where a dude fucking died in their arms. Again, they were trying to help a different mountain.
Oh my
The fucking, like,
God.
yeah, like they're trying to help this guy and he fucking died. No one came up to help. Just insanity. And they're trying to set fucking world records. And they still did. And they're like stopping to like fly up on hell. It's
what the fuck?
It's one of the most amazing like things I've ever seen in my entire life. This fucking show.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's so it's like a little series.
No, it's like an hour and a half, 2 hour movie.
Oh, okay. It's like a little
It's an easy, it's a documentary. It's very like digestible.
Okay.
Like you don't have to like commit a ton of time to it.
Yeah, because I see a lot more documentaries
watched,
going like mini series where it's like 6 episodes,
which is good because depending on the story, you need that amount of time to get it out.
Yeah, you need
right?
that extra amount of time just to tell the actual story.
Then there's other shit on Netflix where there's like it's like a 6-part series. Like you guys could have done this in one.
Yeah, we could have made this 45 minutes.
You guys are really dragging this out. We get it.
Yeah.
Nothing interesting's happening. You've been talking about the same like part of the story for like 3 episodes now.
Yeah, we get it.
Yeah, I think we could have wrapped this up a little bit sooner.
Oh,
fucking hilarious! I think the one about the Cecil Hotel was like that. It was like 4, 5, 6 parts, and it really could have been like a good 2 hour long documentary.
Yeah,
they really sucked that one out.
There's some, and I wonder if it's just like the way it gets presented to the network or whatever, that it's like it needs to be this, and then they sign the contract, and it's money, like right? 6 episodes or 8 episodes.
Like, what the fuck did we just pay for?
And then it's like, fuck, we could have done this in one and paid a fraction of the cost.
Yeah. Listen, there's fucking clever people out there.
Yeah. Fuck.
I gotta take a leak quick.
All right. And we're back.
We're back. We're gonna do Chris Predicts shortly, but I did want to talk about Did you see anything lately with Francis Ngannou?
I've heard that this could be his last fight in the UFC.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about. I was just reading about it. Yeah, he says that. I don't think he's gonna re-sign with the UFC unless he gets like options to go out and box as well. That's what he wants. He wants to be able to fight MMA and also like do boxing events.
I don't think Dana's not gonna.
He won't let him do that.
No.
So
if he does, Francis is gonna see still no money.
Well, Francis says that he can't fight. He's been fighting for like $500,000 and $600,000.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm not doing that anymore.
Yeah. You can make way more money boxing.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of these dudes are seeing that because of what's happening with Jake Paul. I think, like it or not, I think Jake Paul and Logan Paul have kind of.
I don't think Francis wants to do the. I think Francis.
No. I'm not saying that, but like how much these fighters are getting paid. Like, fucking Woodley made over $1 million.
Right. Yeah, like,
and he
never had a payday like that at the UFC.
No, he was a champion. Fight, I think the first fight he did, like round 1 against Paul, he fucking made more that night than he ever did in any of his other fights. And then the second fight, he made in one night, he made what he made in like fucking 3 years.
It's craziness.
It's fucked.
Yeah.
There's so much money to be made in boxing. It's unreal.
Which I kind of like it. Like, I would love to see Francis like fight like a Fury or a Wilder or a Joshua. Like,
they're already shit talking each other.
I believe it, man. Like, why the fuck not? That would pay a shitload of money.
Fury's like, come fucking step over here.
Fury is no joke, bro. He's fucking amazing.
Yes.
Yeah, he is amazing.
Yes. I love his fucking wardrobe too.
It's fantastic.
It's hilarious.
I wish I could dress like that.
Yeah, I wish I could
at
pull
all
it
times.
Off. Yeah.
Like just going to the grocery store.
He can pull it off though because of who he is.
Yeah,
like,
he's also fucking like 8 feet tall, so no one's gonna fucking say shit anyway. No one's gonna be like, "Nice shirt, asshole." Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, I was reading about Francis. I'm like, oh fuck. So you know what? Fair enough. Like, If
Dude,
you got a, it's
but
only a
here's
short
the thing.
career.
Here's the thing. I think in the UFC contracts, if you are a like belt holder, I think the contract extends for as long as you hold the belt.
Well, he was saying that he
think.
thinks that he's fulfilled his contract. I think you're right. Because there's this discrepancy where Francis has been saying this week that he thinks that he's fulfilled his contract obligations to the UFC. And I think he is basically saying, like, I'm out.
Yeah. And
Because, like,
I've
I don't owe
heard-
you guys anything.
I've heard Dana talk about it, and he goes, in the contract, so because I think there was talk after he won the first one, like after, because he just won the belt, right? He
Yeah.
hasn't, this is the first time he's defending it?
I think so.
Okay. That's my understanding too. So I thought I heard Dana say that he's like, so the reporter, whoever asked him, what's the like happening with Francis in the foreseeable future? And Dana's like, well, we'll see what happens after this. If he wins this under his contract, the contract gets extended one fight as per the current contract. If he wins to defend the championship, the belt, and if he loses, then he's like released from the contract.
Right.
Like I would imagine in the contract he'll have like the rematch
Clause.
clause,
Well, who knows?
but
But he doesn't have
he-
to fulfill that.
yeah, he could also be like, I don't give two fucks.
Yeah, I'm out.
I'm out. So I don't know. We'll see. I also don't understand. I get that there's so many fighters in the UFC and all this shit, but I really don't understand why the ones that are super active aren't making fucking bank.
Yeah, I don't understand the business model.
Because you look at
UFC
boxing.
is extremely successful, but I don't. But boxing also.
If you look at boxing, the dudes on the undercard, I don't think are making fucking bank.
No, they're getting like a ham sandwich and a pack of cigarettes.
Exactly. But like you look at their prize fighter, you look at Canelo, that guy's making fucking bank.
Yeah.
And again, like I would say he's
Boxing's
he's
also
the
a lot
Conor
more global.
McGregor that we had fucking 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah. Floyd Mayweather.
You know, like they're all making bank. Conor made bank, but he made more fighting fucking
Floyd, yeah.
Floyd than he did in the UFC.
Yeah, he makes a couple million a fight in the UFC. That's like by far the highest paid.
Yeah, I think his biggest prize fight was Floyd.
Oh, for sure.
Up
Yeah,
until
he
that
cleared
point.
100
And
million.
then as soon as he fucking did that, he then started to see more money from the UFC. But it's still nothing in comparison with what he could have made in boxing. If he just said, fuck it, I'm done UFC. I'm sticking with boxing. Gonna do all these fucking crazy fights.
Well, the Floyd thing was smart for him because what other opportunities are you going to have to make $100 million in one night?
Mhm.
And then he's taken that $100 million
He's done it.
and he's parlayed it into fucking a lifetime of fortune. Like he makes
Yeah.
like $60 million a year off the whiskey now.
Yeah, I think
He
he's
doesn't
got
need
a
to do
beer
anything
now.
ever again. Does he?
I think so.
That's interesting.
I have to look it up, but he's been posting a lot of videos and photos, and it'll be like his whiskey, but like he's got a beer and he's
I
drinking a
gotta
beer.
see this shit.
I think it's like a stout or something.
New Venture Brewing is stout.
So I don't know if it's like, I don't think it's been released.
30-cent cheaper a pint than Guinness.
What a cunt.
He's, you know what?
Good for him.
Yeah, I like it because he's like, okay, what's the most popular things in Ireland? Guinness and fucking
Irish
Jameson's.
whiskey.
And he's like, okay, I'm gonna make a better Jameson's and I'm gonna make a fucking cheaper Guinness.
Yeah, good for him.
Fuck, if it takes off, it takes off.
Yeah.
I'll try it for sure.
Oh yeah, I was gonna get some, but I don't think it's out yet.
No, it doesn't sound like it.
Yeah,
Just like briefly looking.
Yeah,
I was thinking, I'm like, I can't see him making like a craft beer. Like he's gonna go fucking stout for sure.
Yeah.
He's going down the
you
Guinness
have
road.
to. Yeah, you have to.
That's
right?
fucking hilarious.
Yeah, good for him though.
He'll be fucking punching old guys in the bars in no time.
Oh fuck, he already is.
But yeah, he's parlayed that into fucking millions. Like
Yeah.
all these guys, I think Connor. I know you're right to a certain extent about the Jake Pauls of the world, but Connor was really the first one to like step out
to do that like kind of super fight.
So guys are like using that, like, okay, well, Connor fucking left and he made $100 million. Can I step away and make fucking 10 million, 5 million, 2 million, 3 million, still more?
Yeah.
But I don't know how the UFC structure breaks down. I don't even want to speculate on it. And it's easy for us to sit here and be like, oh, they should be getting paid way more. Look at the money coming in.
And that's what I mean.
We just
like,
don't know how it works.
Yeah,
we don't see.
I don't. But when you
maybe they
can
only survive if they pay these guys a certain amount. You know, I don't know, right? But
yeah, it's not like they're going unpaid. Like they're
making a good living. Like
they're making money.
The fact that fucking Francis is making $500,000 and $600,000 per fight sounds like not a lot of money.
But when you're
crazy.
fighting 2-3 times a year,
yeah, it's $1 million,
you're
right?
making $1 million. But it's I think it's everything on top of that because you're paying trainers and
there's a lot of overhead.
Yeah,
you probably got to assume minimum 25 to 30% is coming off the top because, like you said, you got to pay your trainers, you got agents to pay, promotions, everyone's getting a cut.
Yeah.
And by the time it comes down to you, maybe it's fucking you're seeing 60 or 70% of it.
Yeah, who knows?
And then there's taxes to be paid on top of that.
Yeah, it's and
crazy. It's all of your time.
Yeah,
but I mean, they chose this career.
Yeah. And again, it is better than like Bellator and all these other ones. Like I know Dana's spoken about it a few times where it gets brought up like Oscar De La Hoya started his own fucking fight thing.
His own promotion, yeah.
Yeah, and he's like, the guy doesn't even fucking pay half his fighters.
Oh, I believe that.
Yeah, he's like, there's fighters that haven't even seen their paycheck from him yet.
Boxing's the fucking dirtiest shit ever.
But like, if it's a legit boxing, like, I don't know what any of the organizations are, but like all those fights that we see with Canelo and all this other shit, like those guys are getting paid undercard and fucking top of the card.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think
be interesting to see if this is Francis.
Yeah.
I want to watch just to see what he says after the fight more than anything. If he's like win or lose, if he's like fucking
fuck you, I'm
deuces.
Out. Yeah. Take half my paycheck and
because he said he's willing to sit out the entire year.
Contract.
He's willing to sit out the entire year. I think maybe back to what you're saying, like even if he wins, he'll have another fight, but maybe that's only good for a year or something.
Wow.
But he said he's going to sit out. He's more than prepared to sit out the entire year to get out of his contract.
Jesus.
Or renegotiate it so that there's outs for him to do other events.
Yeah.
Which the UFC, like they should like be like, okay, you're going to do that.
Do it though.
I understand it too. Like they're trying to pump their own brand. But
yeah,
like they also partnered with Conor for the Floyd fight. And they saw like Dana White got a huge cut of that fucking pie too.
Yeah. But I think what Dana's seeing is if he does it for one, he has to do it for all.
Yeah, it's a can of worms. That's the problem.
Yeah. And when he he did it with Conor, but that thing was like at the time, nobody had seen anything like it. We've seen shit like it now.
Yeah, now it's like fucking dime a dozen.
Whatever. Yeah. It's happening all the time. Like we have fucking Jake Paul, YouTuber, athlete. He's a great fucking boxer.
Yeah.
Okay, we've seen him. He fucking knocks dudes out. He's knocked everybody out that he has fought.
Yeah, and the Woodley one was as legit as it fucking gets.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, that's real boxing.
Yeah. And that's legit skill.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. He works hard.
Yeah.
You can't fucking
No, you can't
that.
You can't knock him.
No, whether he's on steroids is a different question.
Yeah. Did you see that shit with Dana?
I saw that. Yeah.
That shit's funny. You can fucking cocaine test me for the next 10 years. As long as I can steroid test you for the next 2.
If I was Jake, I'd be on the juice too.
Fuck, man.
Get all cut. Bitches love it.
Yeah. If you can fucking sign fights and all that shit,
This
fuck it.
phone refuses to die.
Yeah. Yo, that's fucking dense.
It is dense, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Dense like my fucking head.
Looks fake.
Disperse.
Oh shit. Yeah, no, so it'll be I'm very curious to see what happens with that whole shit with Francis.
Yeah, it's an interesting little fucking subplot for sure.
Because let's say he does, okay, win or lose, he's not with the UFC anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Where's he go? Who's picking him up? Like
a fight promoter will pick him up in boxing, and they're gonna spend a shitload of money, and they're gonna put him in the gym for fucking the next 4 to 5 months. just focusing on boxing, and then they'll line up a fight against a fucking big boy.
Okay.
I think so. I don't think he's gonna go the Jake Paul route. I don't think he's gonna be fighting other MMA guys.
No.
Like Jake
He
Paul.
might,
Jake Paul's
but-
definitely going down the route of like he wants to become a legitimate boxer.
Yeah.
But like I think that if Francis goes out, he's gonna be in the heavyweight division,
I don't think the paycheck's there for Jake Paul. If he goes,
like mainstream.
yeah. I think right now, I think he just stays doing these like fights against these
Oh, it fucking works.
UFC dudes
Yeah.
because they want the fight.
Who's he fighting next? Have they decided?
I think he's taking some time off right now because in the last like I don't know when he started doing this. Last,
Trying to get
like,
those steroids out of his
4
system?
years, he's just like
Nonstop.
yeah, it's only been boxing and
Oh, fair enough.
content creation and all that shit. So he's like, I'm actually gonna enjoy what I've earned the last 2 years.
Fair enough, dude.
Yeah,
Fucking fair enough.
good for you.
What was I saying there?
I don't know. Fucking,
I did have a
no
point.
clue.
Oh, Francis. Yeah, like Eddie Hearn or something like that will pick him up,
Okay.
and they're gonna fucking just stick his ass in a gym, and
Yeah.
he'll end up like fighting like some big boys. They're gonna see what he can do. There might be a couple tune-up
Cool.
fights, but I think
Yeah.
they'll put him through like
Pad
the
the
more.
record a little bit.
I think they'll put him through like the more traditional like boxing
Do you think it'll,
prospect route. Like they might give him a few tune-up fights, and then they'd be
yeah,
like,
some
"Okay,
like
let's fight.
exhibition type things? Like,
Maybe we'll fight Anthony Joshua. Maybe we'll fight fucking."
oh, that'd be sick. I don't know if I'd rather see Fury or fucking
Oh yeah.
Wilder.
I think
but
Wilder would be the one because they both have insane power.
I think we'll see Fury before Wilder
I do
because they've been fucking back and forth on social media. And
Also,
shit.
it's Fury's show. He can call who he wants.
Yep.
He is the fucking king of the world, literally.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, literally the king of the world. So I don't know. I still think Fury will fight Joshua long before that day. But Joshua lost his last fight. He's got fucking. It's a shit show. Boxing's
Yeah,
a fucking
I don't
mess.
know what's happening with him. It just doesn't seem like he wants to be there anymore.
Who?
Joshua. Last like couple of fights.
Yeah, I don't know. He almost looks like he's doubting himself. I don't want to. I hate like fucking
Yeah,
psychoanalyzing guys, but like,
same.
but you watch him.
I don't want, again, and I also don't pay
Because
enough
because
attention to
the-
the sport itself.
He's so big, he could fucking manhandle guys. But he fights fucking timid. It's strange to watch.
Yeah, and again, I think it all comes
he's a-
down to the plan.
Yeah,
that
like
they have.
he has like his strategy is to win by like fucking stick and move, like fight on the outside, jab your way in,
Yeah,
or just
Just
stay
wear
on the
him
outside,
down.
just wear him down, which is a fucking tested fucking strategy. But with a guy that big with that much power, he
let
just-
it loose a little bit.
Yeah, he just seems to fucking flounder under the spotlight a little bit.
Yeah,
Like his two toughest fights, he's lost.
Yep.
Ruiz, and then the second one, Ruiz lost for him.
yeah.
Dude just fucking did a mountain of cocaine and drove around a Rolls Royce and ate
that
tacos.
guy's like lost a shit ton of weight.
Yeah, he should have done that after he was fucking heavyweight champion though.
True.
He lost it. Like
He
that's your
wouldn't be
moment.
heavyweight though anymore.
Yeah, I love him, but like
Yeah.
he fucked up. But it's happened. It's
Yeah.
a tale as old as time in boxing.
Yeah.
Someone fucking gets to heavyweight, they're like, I'm king of the world, and then the next fight they lose and never get back.
Yep.
So it's like it's the
Yeah,
one.
because
It's
you
the
never
first one
hear
after.
from him anymore.
He's not-
I see
He's
videos
not in the
here and there.
conversation
I see videos here and there, but it's because I like go out of my way to
to
find.
look for him. Yeah.
Yeah, and like like not too long ago, I saw and he cut a lot of weight.
Yeah, he fucked up.
Good
big
for
time.
him. But
And then so fucking Joshua fights Usyk, and lost like convincingly
yeah,
against
Yeah.
a smaller guy that came up from fucking cruiserweight.
yeah. That fight I didn't understand. I didn't understand Joshua's like whole fight plan for it.
No.
It just his whole game plan just didn't make sense. Like I couldn't understand what he was doing.
He was losing. That's what he was
Yeah,
doing.
yeah.
Anything else, or should we, Chris?
Now let's Chris predicts.
Okay, then.
Chris predicts. Dun, 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 dun.
Wizardry. Okay. So I predicted some soccer fights a couple weeks ago.
And they finally
One of them happened. Like
Oh.
some get postponed, and
Oh, fuck.
it's a fucking shit show. One of them happened.
That's what's killing me with the whole hockey thing and like me not watching, it's
hard to track now.
so many fucking postponed fights.
So I predicted like Southampton, Everton, and Leicester, and West Ham and Newcastle. 2 of those games still not happened.
Holy fuck.
They got postponed, and then like they just like continue with the schedule.
Sure.
They're gonna make them up eventually.
Yeah, it'll happen.
But basically, like it's not a thing. The only one that happened was Southampton versus Brentford. I said it'd be a tie. Southampton won. So there's that.
Yeah.
I also thought that we might have been doing this podcast tomorrow night.
Yeah.
So the NFL playoffs are still happening.
Yeah, we'll just catch up on that.
We'll just catch it
next
up
week.
Yeah.
We might miss some predictions. Like, it might be a little difficult. We'll have to do them. We'll have to do the podcast next Monday if we want to continue with football.
Yeah, fuck.
Because there's like 4 games on the Sunday, and they happen. There's like
3
one
games.
at like fucking 2, then there's one at 4, and then 6, and then 8.
Okay, so what I'll do, because the playoff, like we're gonna know the matchups after tomorrow night for the NFL,
or we could do it on the Saturday. But then again, we're kind of like, whatever the predictions are, they'll happen the next day, and the podcast won't be out till the Wednesday.
Either way, I will make the predictions after these
Sure.
things are made tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'll text you, and then we'll just talk about it.
Yeah. Okay.
So that it's like,
Sure.
It'll just be a little disjointed, but whatever. The
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah.
So next week we'll talk about the NFL, what I predicted and what I will predict again, and
Yep.
where the fuck we are.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
This week is just UFC 270.
Fuck. Oh my god. I did.
And the League Cup predictions that I made, they're still not over yet because
Yeah.
some of those games got postponed.
Yeah,
so that's wrapping up
everything's-
this week.
So many
Liverpool,
things are
Arsenal.
getting postponed.
Yeah.
But this fucking fight. So I knew Francis was fighting, but I did not know
Brandon Moreno.
was fucking fighting. And
Yeah, it should be
and what's
fucking
that,
another
like
good
lightweight,
They're tiny.
featherweight,
I think.
something like that.
Yeah, lightweight's no, it's featherweight or something.
And dude,
They're like 125
yeah,
pounds.
I watched.
They're like horse jockeys. They're like fucking this tall.
Yeah, man. I watched Food Truck Diaries with Brandon on it. So it's like Brendan Schaub's fucking show where he gets like UFC fighters on,
cool.
and they just like go to a food truck, eat food, and chit chat. And that guy is like funny and fucking so like nice and genuine. And like even like when he won in his fight, like I was rooting for him.
Yeah.
But now I'm a bigger fan than ever.
He's a nice guy.
Yeah.
Mexicans, man, they're awesome.
Dude, I
How do you dislike Mexicans?
can't believe he's fighting on this card, and I'm so looking forward to that. All right.
So here we go. There's a man by the last name of Nurmagomedov fighting.
Okay.
And that's the same last name as Khabib.
Oh, fuck.
So I'm picking him.
Okay. That's not one of.
Stanman's fighting Saeed Nurmagomedov.
That's not one of. Is that one of the guys that's like training with Khabib?
It's one of Khabib's boys.
Okay.
So I don't know if
Yeah.
they're related. They have the same last name.
Okay.
But either way,
There is a couple.
if someone
of them,
fights
I
out,
think.
if someone's coming out of Dagestan, you never bet
Yeah,
against them
yeah.
because it's over.
Those guys are
it's already over.
fucking crazy.
They're insane.
Yeah.
So I'm picking him
Okay.
because
Fair.
I have a brain.
Yep.
uh,
It's nice that you're using it.
barely. Spivak is fighting Greg Hardy. Greg Hardy just injured the fuck out of his hand. I don't even know if this fight will happen, but I'm gonna pick Spivak.
I didn't like.
I don't love
Hardy's
what I
last
see. Yeah, I was
performance.
gonna say I don't love what I see out of Hardy. Fucking good on him for going.
Yeah.
You know, he's done okay.
Yeah.
I just like nothing.
They're
about,
fighting heavyweight, aren't they?
Yeah, heavyweight.
Yeah.
But there's nothing about like him that like really gets you excited. I don't
Yeah,
think
same.
he's never gonna be a contender. I don't think.
No.
But
I agree.
fucking, he's on pay-per-views, so
Yeah. Good for him.
power to him. Lima and Fiallo. Fiallo doesn't even have a picture on the UFC, so I'm gonna pick Lima.
Yeah, you can't.
I don't even know what the guy looks like.
You can't choose somebody that doesn't have a fucking picture.
I'll be honest with you. I haven't heard of a couple of these guys, but anyway, now we got the big one. So 2 championship fights: Moreno versus Figueiredo. So hard for me.
I'm not even.
I listened to
attempting
John
shit.
Anik say it 100 times.
And it's like, oh, this is how you
This
say
is how
it.
you
Then
say it, and then I try to
it.
say it, and I can't
Your-
say it.
Yeah, your mouth
No,
just doesn't.
my brain
wanna
don't work that way. I think Brandon Moreno is going to defend the belt. Because it was a close fucking first fight where he lost.
Yeah.
Then he won the next one, so now he's a champ. I think he's going to defend it.
Okay.
So this is their third fight. So
Yeah.
it should be a fucking great fight
Yeah.
either way.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Both the first two fights were amazing.
I like that pick.
But I think Brandon's going to do it.
Yeah.
And the last one is Francis Ngannou versus Cyril Gane. And this is the first time Francis is fighting
Both
anyone that's his
fucking
size.
Giants.
They're both literally the same height and weight.
Fuck.
It's the first time France ever fought someone like that. And Cyril Gane's a fucking legit mixed
That
martial
man's
artist.
fucking crazy.
He's insane.
Yeah, they both are.
Yeah. Francis has a touch of death.
But I think that guy does too.
He does as well.
Yeah.
I'm going to take Cyril Gane.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, can I ask you?
I've bet against Francis before and I lost, so I'm willing to eat that.
Can I ask you, is part of the reason you're going to go against him because he wants out of the UFC contract and maybe he's not going to give it his all?
Oh, I think he'll give it his all.
Yeah?
I don't think that's the problem.
Okay.
I just think I'm betting against him for the reason I bet against him when he fought Stipe Miocic. Because Miocic is a better MMA fighter.
Okay.
And
But
Francis has
got hit with the kiss of death.
He got touched by the kiss of death. But what impressed me about that fight, because the first fight,
fucking Stipe.
Stipe beat him. And
but Stipe in that second fight
tried to take him down and didn't work.
Yeah, but Stipe hit him with a fucking hook or something and wobbled him a little bit. And then that's when Stipe fucking thought he fucking had him and then chased it and
died.
Yeah.
Turned into a fucking board. Bang.
Yeah.
But Stipe was also 30 pounds lighter than Francis.
Yeah. Yes.
So the sticking point with Francis is the rest of his game there. So Stipe tried to take him down. I knew I was fucked in the first round when Stipe tried to take him down. And Francis stuffed it.
Yeah.
Because that's what people would do. They like take him down. He doesn't fight on the ground very well.
Yeah.
So that there's a hole to him.
Yeah.
And then when he stuffed Stipe, I'm like, uh-oh. This ain't going to go well.
Yeah.
So for those same reasons, I'm taking Cyril Gane because he is fucking... I think he's a better mixed martial artist. I'm willing to be proven wrong on that.
Okay.
And he also has a touch of death too. It should be a hell of a fight.
I was watching highlights from that other guy, and
he's no joke.
Yeah.
He's no joke.
Yeah. Both scary motherfuckers.
Yeah, 10-0. Yeah, it's going to be crazy.
It's going to be a good UFC.
So I'm going to take Cyril Gane. Also, it's a little action.
And this is the first pay-per-view, right?
First pay-per-view of the year. Yeah. There was a fight night on last night.
I was going to say there was
I saw a photo of some dude. I don't know who the fuck it was, but he got a lot of elbows. His face was like...
Jesus.
And he won. Yeah, and he looked... Yeah, like crazy shit.
Fuck.
Anyway.
All right.
So next Chris Predicts will be a lot to talk about.
Yeah, that should be a fun one.
Yes, sir. Okay. If you're still doing dry January, keep on keeping on. Yeah. CJ, you're an inspiration to us all.
Oh, shit. All right, guys. Yeah. If you're doing dry January, keep it up. Thanks for watching, listening, whatever you guys are doing. And we'll see you guys next week.
Thank you.
Deuces.
Bye.